I'm Steve McPherson, President of the Idaho Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, serving southern Idaho and eastern Oregon. Here with me is Harold Dixon, our treasurer for our organization, and Don Klinger, Executive Vice President. We're open for suggestions from anyone that is watching this presentation, and we want to work together with anyone that is interested in spreading the gospel of Jesus around the world and here locally as well. We have a special message for this world, especially in these times, and that's some of our challenge, and we want to talk about some of the things that are challenging us as a conference and as an organization, what we have to offer to people, why they should look into what we're about, some of the plans that we have of spreading the influence and the message that we have for the whole world. So, Harold, tell us a little bit about some of our financial issues. We see a downturn in the economy. Americans have lost trillions and trillions of dollars, it seems, and that's affected the Idaho Conference in recent years, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago when we met at our annual, or our four-year session, we were looking very good. Strong financial position, rising income, controlled expenses. Since then, the economy has affected us, and we're having to deal with declining income, particularly our tithe income, and increased expenses. When we set out to balance this year's budget, we were looking at multi-hundreds of thousands of dollars of loss that we needed to recover. We made some recommendations to our controlling committee, and they wanted us to seek other ways of increasing our income rather than chopping our mission and expenses in that form.
One of the things that we're really concerned about is growth rate in our church organization. The Bible predicts that there is a special message in Revelation 14 that's going to go global before Jesus returns, and there's probably a lot of people, maybe some even watching this, that don't understand that. We've decided deliberately not to change some of the specifics that we feel like the Bible has mandated for us to emphasize. And Pastor Don and Harold and I have been talking about, Don, how do we increase the growth rate? 5% growth in numbers of people joining the church. 5% tithe increases would be a huge difference to us in the future, right?
That's right. It's true.
So what do? We change our message. We change our methods. These are some of the big challenges that we're faced with, and you came up with some ideas that were helpful.
Well, for starters, we came to the conclusion you don't downsize into growth. If you start a downward spiral, it can continue, it'll continue, it won't stop very easily.
It can become a death spiral.
Can become
really fast.
That's right. And because of that, we decided to come up with a concept that we've termed Grow Idaho. Grow Idaho is a simple plan to raise money to do special projects in the Idaho Conference. We'd like to raise $100,000 this year. Our controlling committee voted to do that. Many of them have made a pledge toward it. The officers here, we've made our pledge toward that. We do have financial challenges, as Harold has said, and we may have those until the Lord comes. But he's also giving us the opportunity to do evangelism in a way that reaches out to people where they are and helps them to learn about the Bible.
We need special funds at camp meeting, like you just said, to encourage young people to get involved in the mission and encourage other people to witness in a more deliberate way with their friends and their neighbors in the neighborhoods, right?
That's true.
So we're looking at a young man by the name of Jeff Kimmel, and he's coming here to do what?
Jeff Kimmel has come here to lead a group of young people who will go out over the Treasure Valley and the entire Idaho Conference pretty much and offer what they call MAGA books, a magazine-style book, to residents in every town and village that we can get to this summer. They offer them for a donation of $15 or $20, and by doing so, they get what we believe is God's message out to people in the community, and at the same time, get really good experience in witnessing about their faith, and they also, at the same time, earn a scholarship.
And Harold, some of the kids that are involved in this, there's some kids that are as young as 13, 14 that want to be involved, and we normally target that towards 16-year-olds, right?
That's correct, yes.
But we have a number of academy kids and some college kids that are signing up, and what are they going to do this summer? They're going to stay together in a group, and talk a little bit about that.
They'll be staying together at our Meridian Seventh-day Adventist Church here in the Boise area, and each afternoon they will be going out door to door in the Treasure Valley. They will also be taking some side trips to eastern Idaho and eastern Oregon, but primarily here in the Treasure Valley, door to door, offering these goods and these books for donations towards their scholarship, then that they can use next year at one of our Seventh-day Adventist academies or at a college if they're of that age.
So, what else are we doing, Don? We're planning on some evangelistic meetings this fall.
We have an evangelistic series set for September and October, beginning on September 11 at the Caldwell Seventh-day Adventist Church. Meetings that will be live streamed over the internet to other churches in the area, where people can invite friends, neighbors, interested people to come together and hear the gospel preached. Dr. Ron Cluzet from Andrews University will be the speaker, and he's bringing along 10 or 15 seminary students. And those students will be helping him. They'll be doing a lot of visiting, answering people's questions. We think it's going to be a really great event, and again, will help people to understand the gospel message as we find it in Revelation 14.
One of the things that we're dreaming about, Don, is we're having a meeting in one location, but we, through the modern phenomenon that we see today, we could rebroadcast that simultaneously in all of our churches here in the valley and in other places, right?
Any of our churches that would like to be a part of it can receive the live stream. And I think it'll be at 7:30 Mountain Time each evening.
So if they have a high-speed line into a home or into a church or any gathering, special gathering, they could watch the presentations live.
They can watch the presentations live, but they would have to talk to us in order to get a password or code. It's not going to just be out on the internet to everybody, as I understand it. You may have to have a special code to get into the meeting.
So we're hoping to reach people locally here this summer via the kids going door to door. And then later on, Bible studies will be initiated as people ask questions and want to know more about the teachings of the Bible. And then we'll have the meetings as sort of a cap sheaf on those activities and those efforts. And we think that this could spread in all around the valley here, and then maybe even in some other places that take advantage of this broadcast, simultaneous broadcast.
Well, you know that the enthusiasm and the energy is growing already. We could reference the fact that we had the Youth for Jesus meetings at Gem State Academy in February, and our academy students have been overly enthusiastic, I think. I mean, just tremendously active in wanting to be a part of that, so much so that the academy has chosen to do another one starting in 2010 in February at the Meridian Church. They're going to do a week where the kids will do all the work.
And make that an annual event.
They want to make it an annual
They want to
event.
be, young people, what we're finding, what we're learning is young people want to be involved in the mission of the church. And one of the most exciting things that happened this past school year in February was when they got up and preached different aspects of our message that we want to convey to the whole world. It excited them to the point where they want to continue to do that, plus be involved in mega books and other activities.
Hi, I'm Brittany Alexander. I'm a four-year senior at Gem State Academy. This year we had ASI Youth for Jesus program that went on. And the really cool thing about this program is the other 3 years that I've been here, we were all Christians, but it wasn't really anything personal until this year, seeing my fellow students get up on that stage and talking about things that we've all known but haven't really thought about a lot because we've known it. The Bible came alive every single night that a student was out there, and you could tell by the community, their reaction was that we're a school that's on fire for Christ and we're not afraid to share it.
We believe that the best days of the Idaho Conference are just ahead.